Hello, my name is Ariel, like the mermaid, and in this video I'm going to respond to a comment that was left on one of my videos. And the video was called, Cishet Hate is Counterproductive and Self-Destructive. So, the comment comes from a user by the name of Valdrakar. Not exactly sure how to pronounce that, but, so the comment reads, "Hey, I really like your videos and I agree with you. I'd just like to know what you mean by challenging cishets to acknowledge their privilege." Thank you for the comment. So basically, why I think it's important to, I think it is valuable for cisgender people to be challenged about their privilege, is because that's a lot of times why there is a communication gap between cisgender people and transgender people, and why a lot of times cisgender people might not understand why something might be hurtful to a transgender person, is because they come from a place of privilege and they don't realize the fact that they come from this place of privilege, and so they don't realize why something might be offensive from the perspective of a transgender person. A big example of this is certain questions that you might ask a transgender person that might make them feel uncomfortable. And a really good example of this is some of the interviews that Janet Mock has had to go through, and in particular the Piers Morgan one. But what's awesome is there's actually recently been an interview where Janet Mock actually kind of flips the role with a cisgender interviewer, and Janet Mock actually kind of, shows what it's like to be asked certain questions that are very invasive, that a lot of cisgender people, the reason why these questions are uncomfortable is because cisgender people don't have the perspective of, they have the privilege of having a gender identity that people aren't going to question. And they have the privilege of not having their gender identity constantly questioned by other people. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of questions are uncomfortable and are potentially hurtful to a lot of trans people. But yeah, that's one way that a lot of times, that's one way that cisgender people are privileged that they may not realize. Another way is just basically, like public restrooms. A cisgender person, most of the time, can go into a public restroom, and, unless they're a cisgender person who also is a gender nonconformist, most likely they're not going to, they can go into the bathroom that they identify with, and they don't have to feel like they're out of place, and they don't have to, so that's another way that cisgender people are privileged. There's, cisgender people can feel safe going out the way that they, presenting themselves the way they identify with, and, so there's many different ways that cisgender people are privileged, and in order for there to be an understanding, and in order for cisgender people to treat transgender people with respect, they have to have a basic understanding of the fact that they have privilege, and they need to understand why certain things are hurtful to transgender people. So, again, thank you for the comment, and I encourage other people, comment on my videos, ask questions. Even if it's something that you think might be controversial, or might, if you have an opinion that is kind of contrary to something I expressed, I definitely, the reason why I'm posting these videos is because I want to encourage discussion. So, yeah, definitely.